the important thing is that young people see that they can use hip-hop in a different way that we've used it in the past.
It's a really fun way to get educated about the world. It's such a fun way, you know, to be rocking beats and listening to hip-hop artists and learning about the world, how we could coexist together, how we could all understand each other's stories and each other's traditions and each other's experiences through hip-hop.
You know what, you like hip-hop, I like hip-hop, that's a starting point. Let's talk, let's build something around social justice or leadership.
I use hip-hop as a way to educate and bring umoja, bring unity.
That's where we're connected because we're different. This is a possibility. I see myself reflected in this difference. I'm part of this collective and I'm an individual.
Because everybody here, all the leaders and speakers that we brought here have different visions, all from all different political backgrounds, religious backgrounds. When you put it all together, it's such a powerful thing. It's like, bring it together, let's tear it apart. Bring it together, let's tear it apart. You say you want to change, here's where it starts. You say you want to change, here's where it starts. You say you want to change.
The highlight of day 2 was definitely the Vices to Verses concert that closed out the day. With performers and fans representative of so many different backgrounds, ages, and cultures, yet one community. It was only fitting that Dead Prez, being known for combining hip-hop and activism, headlined the concert. Nothing more could further emphasize the theme of day 2 than ending the night with a performance of their hit single, It's Bigger Than Hip-Hop. The concert embodied the 5 core elements of hip-hop to the fullest: graffiti art, breakdancing, MCing, dee-jaying, and knowledge of self.
Because they die, it's easy to live in love and think they high. Come on, what money they got, all their records sound the same. Look at our fake dog, R&B rap scenario, all day on the radio. Same thing in the video, without this, but you go. The record labels like I take my show. You be next in line and shine and still be riding, bro. You rock my left, this so justice. You need more some justice. Be more on that little freedom. You like me on play, hang on this. This real hip-hop, and it don't stop.
My ears have an ego. They only percolate when cymbals and hi-hats hypnotize hook hands and break trends and transcend sound tunnels. International movements laid over historical South Bronx drum kicks. Old City a gangbang, thrown on turntables and remixed for a generation survival. Pay homage to Jeff Chang. So before we are taught to be fresh or be fly or be real, Hip Hop 101, first lesson to heal. Vices to Verses, day 3. Game over, 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 game
The audience snaps to the avalanche of knowledge, flowing so gently like honey, yet sudden booms. The arts.
Money maker, cheddar chaser, pistol at my side, ready to ride or die, bold as I want to be. If you don't know, nigga, I'll make you see hood to the core. Scared to be more. Step into the world screaming, jump if you feeling froggy, nigga, what it do? While the little boys are saying, I want to be just like you. Money taker, cheddar chaser, sex appeal misused, body abused, exploited, femininity exaggerated and corroded, grown and sexy to the core. Scared to be more. Step into the world screaming, it's a man's world, so I do what I gotta do. while the little girls are saying, I want to be just like you.
Day 3's theme is something that is often overlooked when we think of hip-hop, what it means, and what it can be used for. Hip-hop for healing. Old problems, new solutions. With workshops like the Art of MCing, A New Era, and the drum, the first circle of unity, the focus of Day 3 was linking hip-hop activism to individual and collective quest for personal transformation. On this panel discussion, community educators shared proven strategies for using hip-hop in ways that uplift, inspire, and enhance possibilities for positive social change.
I think that regardless of how this society tries to co-opt this music and this culture and limit our idea of who we are, this was a healing force in our community for us to give voice to the voiceless people whose stories of oppression and pain and struggle and survival and thriving and love were not being told. And if we can remember that in terms of its history, then I think we can still continue to use it as a healing force.
That's what I see, you know, hip-hop as definitely being something that could actually help heal, you know, help make people feel better, you know, at times of struggle. And I think those are some of the most powerful songs, those songs that talked about overcoming struggle. And so.
But to be real with you, learning about the history of the movement, the positive aspects of the culture, it really changed my life and it kept me out of trouble.
Before we can go outside of ourselves, we have to sit in ourselves and figure out how to process it for ourselves. So we have to do some inner work first. So my work with the young people that I work with is about trying to figure out what's going on with the inner, how to use the word, how to use hip-hop.
I encourage young people by providing a platform for them to express their gifts and talents through the art form of hip-hop. But there was always a thing around me realizing that there has to be some way I can link the generations, bring reconciliation within the generations. We all know that America has racial issues. There needs to be racial reconciliation. There needs to be generation reconciliation. There needs to be reconciliation among the cultures. But I realized that hip-hop can be the common denominator.
Yes, this is what hip-hop has the potential to do and can do and is doing for so many, you know, and we need not to let the consumer dimension of it, right, blind us to the transformative, the healing power of hip-hop.